Today guys, we're gonna talk about the HS50 or the HS60. They are pretty much the same. There are, however, a few differences between these two. We're gonna talk about that. Could this actually beat the HyperX Cloud 2? Corsair is asking $49.99 for this, and the Cloud is actually more expensive. There's a lot of cover here, guys. Hey, how is it going, guys? Robin here on Chips Entertainment, bringing you the best tips and tools for gaming on his channel. You'll find PC components, tech gadgets and console accessories, as well as product reviews such as these ones. If you're interested in that, consider subscribing and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any juicy uploads. And today we're gonna talk about the HyperX Cloud 2 killer, the HS60 or HS50, depending on if you decide to use the included USB surround DAC or not. See, there's no difference between these in terms of build, specs and sound. The only difference is the USB DAC that lets you enjoy 7.1 surround sound. More on that in a second. So in terms of specs, the HS series are rocking dual 50mm neodymium drivers with a 20Hz to 20kHz frequency response, which by the way is standard among all gaming headsets. We have seen a few headsets that outperform these numbers. For example, the Arctis Pro from SteelSeries. Speakers in that headset goes all the way up to 40kHz. I actually did a review on that headset a while ago. If you guys are interested in that one, I'll link that down below for you. Now back to the specs, we got 32 ohms at 1kHz, which makes them very easy to drive, so no amplifier, guys, will be needed to get enough volume here. Now despite the grill on each side that first made me believe that they were open, turned out to be false when I realized they are actually closed, and the mesh is purely there for the aesthetic, which kind of made me a little bit disappointed at first, since I really like the characteristics of a more natural sound that comes from an open design headphone. Regardless, I was happily surprised when I booted up Spotify and started to listen to some music. In terms of comfort, they definitely get my thumbs up, though because of the stiff headband, they can be a little bit fatiguing to wear after hours of use, but more on that later. But overall, they're really nice. The memory foam ear pads are simply fantastic, but the stiff headband can create pressure that can cause some people to stare away from them. But yeah, more on that in a second. We do get a pretty wide range of adjustment for the headband to help make them fit even better, and yeah, we got around 15 degrees for the actual head cup adjustment on the yoke. Now in terms of control, on the left hand side of the ear cup, same side as the cord, there's a mute button for the microphone and a volume wheel. Now I don't really see the point of having a volume wheel if you're sitting on PC, but it definitely adds a great benefit once you're on your PS4, your Xbox One or your Nintendo Switch. The wheel requires quite a lot of force to adjust, which definitely helps from messing with the volume wheel by mistake. We've seen a lot of manufacturers simply making these volume wheels way too easy to adjust. Well done here, Corsair. Now let's talk about the most important aspects in a headset, the audio. To be honest with you guys, I generally don't like gaming headsets because most often than not, sound isn't typically very good. That being said, I'm gonna go in here with a fresh set of mind. I'm not gonna be biased, even though I had bad experience in the past. Anyway, I gotta give Corsair props for the HS series. The audio isn't terrible. In fact, it's actually really good for what they cost. I spent most of my time playing games such as WoW, Fortnite and Battlefield 5 as well. Battlefield 5, for example, was such a joy with this headset. You have this open, expansive world where there's constant battle going on, plenty of ambience noise and just a shit ton of stuff happening around you. The 7.1 really shines the most in titles like these, and I'm happy to say I would really consider using using this as my main headset, something I have not said before regarding a gaming labeled headset. Now keep in mind, HS series are using the same speakers across the board, so whether you go for the HS50, HS60 or HS70, you will get the same audio experience, except for the virtual surround and wireless that you find on the more expensive alternatives. Now as far as console gaming goes, hey, what can I say? You get the same kind of experience minus the 7.1 surround, which unfortunately isn't supported. Now, in terms of audio tune and overall sound, I found them to be right in a sweet spot of not being too exaggerated in either way of the spectrum. Many brands go completely nuts on the higher end with tons of bass, but I'm happy to say that these sounds absolutely fine without any tuning whatsoever. Now if you want to fine tune them, Corsair's own Utility IQ has plenty of options for you. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a sucker for open ear cups, but I'm really impressed what Corsair has accomplished here, considering this is a closed designed headset. Now let's talk about the microphone for a second. As you can hear, it's not as good as I was hoping. I guess this is what you get at this price. Remember, this is $50 US. I don't know what to say. I mean, I was actually hoping for a slightly better microphone. Well, it gets the job done basically. So yeah, that's about it. Because the limited frequency range of the microphone, it sounds like my nose is stuffed almost right. For gaming with your friends, you gotta be fine, though you wanna try and keep it on a distance from your mouth and nose to avoid getting too much harsh sound. Now what I do like about this headset is first and foremost, supporting PC and console is a huge benefit for me. I like that direction and I want to see more brands follow Corsair steps here as well. Again, having the option of going either 3.5mm or USB is a huge benefit. I know a lot of you guys has been asking about this as well, as many gaming laptops these days doesn't have a dedicated mic output, for example. As I mentioned earlier, I am a sucker for open design headphones simply because it creates a more natural sound in my opinion. I suggest you guys to go give both open design and closed design headset a solid try before making a definite decision. If you aren't sure what works best for you, generally closed ear cups are often recommended for gaming in open loud areas like LAN events and gaming on the go. For gaming at home, I always recommend to give open design a try for a more natural sound overall. I think Corsair has done a great job here, however, selecting a pair of 50mm speakers, delivering a powerful, colorful and crisp sound with a lot of middle presence in it. Build is solid and it feels high quality with plush LED reds that don't get itchy or warm even after hours of gaming. 7.1 surround works like a charm in games such as Battlefield 5, otherwise I decided to leave it off. I also like the fact that you can detach the microphone for moments when you don't need a headset, which makes this a pretty good alternative for bringing outside even when you're not gaming. Much of that is thanks to the quiet design that doesn't scream gaming all over it. Now a few things I don't like so much. It can be a little bit fatiguing to wear them for a long time. I've had a bit of a struggle to keep them on for longer sessions. Now we're talking about 5 to 6 hours here. They start to hurt a bit for me, and I would have loved to see the headband with less stiffiness, so to speak, but again, that's just my 2 cents. Mic is alright, but yeah, obviously it could have been better at this price point. However, this is usually the quality you're getting, and in the end of the day, I'm really happy with the HS series. I think Corsair has done a great job. Price point, build quality, sound, etc. It definitely feels on point. And for $50, it's definitely outperformed the HyperX Cloud 2. Now guys, what would you pay for a headset with features like this? Is the price justified? I would definitely say yes, but I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, have an awesome day, alright? Bye!